Hey guys, this is Tom from Numbers Game Lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about the 4 different types of women that you will meet on any kind of first date. So it doesn't matter whether you're getting them from social circle, whether you're getting them from online, whether you're getting them from cold approach. There's 4 different types of women that you will meet on your first dates. And it has to do with each woman's expectations. So every woman, each of these 4 groups of women are going to have different expectations on what they expect from you on the first date. Okay, and if you meet these expectations or exceed these expectations, good things happen. Either you get laid, you get second dates, possibly relationships in the future. Now, on the other hand, if you do not meet these expectations, you will not hear from these girls again, most likely. It'll be end of your, dating process with them. Okay, with that said, what are the 4 types of women that you will meet on your first dates? The first ones we're going to go with are the DTF girls. These are the girls that look at you, meet you, and immediately they're ready to sleep with you. They're ready to form a relationship with you. They want to sleep with you and possibly have a relationship with you in the future. It's like lust at first sight. They're great. Everything goes off smooth. They go on to the date expecting, their expectations are, I hope he realizes and can pick up that I find this guy very attractive and that I want to sleep with him, without making me feel easy and without making me feel like a sleut, right? Because no girl wants to feel like, she's the one initiating things. She's the one, leading you to bed. No, women want you to pick up the signals and be like, oh, okay, and lead the way to the bedroom. That way she doesn't have to take any kind of responsibility. She doesn't have to feel bad about wanting to have sex because you're the one leading the whole way there, right? That's what women want. You lead the process. That's what a man's supposed to do. And that's what she's hoping from you. She's hoping that you can lead the process so she doesn't feel easy. You can tell that she's interested. You can tell that she wants to have sex. Now, if you fail to pick up on the signals and you figure yourself, oh, this girl really digs me, I'm going to wait till, next date to, escalate to sex. I'm going to try next date. Then I'll try to sleep with her. Good luck. You will never hear from this girl again. Why? Because in her mind, she was sending you all the signals that she was ready for sex. And to her, it's like sending a big blinking sign saying let's have sex or let's sleep together. And here you are going nah, I'm good. Maybe next time. Do you know how humiliating and how bad that makes a woman feel? You didn't take the signals. You didn't move things forward. That's like a complete and total rejection to her. Either she thinks, man, this guy is so dumb that he can't even read the signals, or this guy read the signals, but he just wasn't very attractive with me. Either way, I hate his guts now, and I never want to see this guy again. You'll know the case when you thought the date went well, and then you try to arrange another second date, and she ghosts you. You screwed up. You missed the DTF girl. She wanted to have sex, but you thought, no, I'll play it safe. I'll wait till next time. So yes, in order to meet expectations with these girls, you better read the signals, and you better escalate to sex and give her what she wanted. Okay, so what are the next type of girls? The next type of girls are the G-rated girls. These girls are often virgins or close to it, very little, sexual experience. They're often very young, teenagers to, early 20s. Occasionally you'll run into these girls that are, mid to late 20s that have very little sexual experience. But their expectations are, I really like this guy. I hope at the end of the date, like we can kiss, and that'd be great, right? It's very like Disney-esque, right? It's super old school. It's very conservative. And that's what her expectations are when she goes into the date. Like her expectations aren't for like having sex, because she's never had it before, and she really doesn't have like first date sex on her mind. Her mind is like, man, if we really like each other, like we'll kiss. Great. Okay. So how do you handle these girls? How do you identify them? The easiest way to identify these girls is when you invite her back to your place and her whole body language will be closed. It'll be super tense because after all, she's never been to like a strange guy's house that she's like, doesn't even know. Her body language will be tense. If you get her to sit down, she'll bring her knees up to her chest, and she'll be very like tense and uncomfortable. Sometimes they'll even say like, I'm really nervous, like, but you'll notice in her whole body language, it's very tense, it's very quiet. Immediately, whenever I sense that this girl is, not relaxed, I have a contingency plan. And that plan is she's going to help me make dinner. She's going to help me make food. So I say like, hey, like I show her around my house. It's like, nothing bad's going to happen to you here. You know my address. You can text that to, all your closest friends. So that like nothing bad's going to happen to you here. And, if everything bad, my address, where I live. Like, I'm totally screwed if anything, bad were to happen to you, right? And she's like, oh, okay, like, I guess so. And then now it's up to me to relax her. So I take her to the kitchen and I get her like chopping potatoes, peeling carrots. And that during that whole process, I'm putting music on. I'm touching her, guiding her, maybe like brushing up against her bum because my kitchen's tiny. And it relaxes her, right? Because what she doesn't want is she's almost expecting you to be like, oh, like, I hope he doesn't try to like jump all over me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I've never done this before. And that's what she's afraid of, that you're going to like immediately try to like grope her and like try to kiss her and try to escalate to sex when she's back at your place. Do not. You have to wait until she's totally relaxed. And I relax her by, we make dinner. We sit down for dinner, and by this time, like, you'll notice her whole body language has changed. She's relaxed because I'm not jumping all over her, right? Like, I'm just gradually touching her. She's becoming more comfortable. She's not tense anymore. We eat, and by that time, the girl is ready to, like, lie down on my bed next to me, and we watch a movie, or we cuddle up and spoon each other like, while we watch a movie or a TV show. And yeah, we can escalate things from there. But at that point, she's relaxed, right? She's no longer tense. And when a girl is relaxed, she's comfortable, she's not going to be hurt. Suddenly, she can become aroused. Now she's fully capable of being aroused when you like heighten things up. Now, usually when things get hot and heavy, I'm pretty good at picking this out, but women will say like, just so you know, like, I've never done this before. I'm a virgin. Like, don't feel bad. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, right? They almost feel embarrassed to admit that. I'm like, no, don't feel embarrassed. Like, and if I escalate things further, to the point where they want to have sex, I've had women ask me that, like, these virgins, you get them aroused enough and they'll want to like be penetrated. They'll want to, go all the way. And it's up to you. For me personally, I send them home with just a kiss, and maybe like getting her a little bit of aroused, but I don't go through taking her virginity on the first night because it's not even fair. Her whole mind has been hijacked essentially because she's so aroused. It's never happened before. I want her conscience to be completely clear and logical when she makes that decision to, give up her virginity. Because a lot of the times, their parents are expecting them to wait till marriage. There's so much pressure on her. I do not want it to be a split-second decision for her to make. So I send her on her way and be like, I ask her, like, like, I really find you attractive, but I'm not going to like take your virginity because I want you to, think about it for a couple days. I want you to like contemplate, whether you're ready. Yeah, and if A couple days goes by and she's like, yeah, I thought about it. I'm ready to lose my virginity. Great. All lights are green. She's thought about it logically, but this prevents any kind of regret, because who knows, if you take a girl's virginity when she's like promised her parents she'd wait till marriage or something crazy like that, and her sister finds out, tells her parents, suddenly it's going to all come back to you, and it's going to be a massive headache, potentially totally upend your life. So in order to avoid any kind of problems like that, you'd cool her down and be like, you don't take her virginity the first time you can, even though she's totally ready for it. You send her home and you get her to think about it. Be like, yeah, think about it. If you want to lose your virginity, great. But if you have second thoughts, I want you to think about it clearly. Yeah, and that way, there's no regrets, there's no hard feelings. So this is how I handle G-rated girls. Okay, so the next type of woman that you'll meet on your first dates are the time wasters. Yes, the women that are there to waste your time. There is a lot of women like this. They're very easy to screen out. Usually before the date even starts, you won't even have to meet them to realize that they're going to waste your time. Here's what their expectations are: that you entertain these women, that you pay for everything on the date with these women, that you're a good dancing monkey, you're a good entertainer. You pay for everything, obviously, and you make it very easy for her. You make it super convenient to get to the date, for her to get home, and don't expect to get to intimacy anytime soon, right? Don't expect to get laid anytime soon, because that's not going to happen. She's there to be entertained, right? That's her main priority. She's bored. I just want some guy to entertain me and spend money on me, essentially. Okay, so how do you find out these girls? How do you weed them out? And it's very easy. When you ever invite these girls on very simple, cheap dates, like I advise every guy to do, they will immediately say oh, no. I think we can do a lot better than that. How about we go to this place that I know, blah, 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 spend more money here. Yeah, red flag, time waster. Another thing. Oh, I want her to meet me at this place, at my place or at this location. Oh, that's too far. How about we meet at this location over here, blah, 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 blah. Or do not comply with this whole notion of, oh no, I want you to meet me over this place at, closer to my house. Waste of time. Anytime, if she's super far away, oh yeah, I can come pick you up. She's no, I just want you to meet me at this place. And she's basically trying to dictate all the terms before the date. Red flag, she is going to waste your time, and it's going to take you probably a number of times before you learn, because you'll convince yourself that she's pretty hot, and there's probably a chance that I get laid, or a chance that something goes well. But these girls will waste your time all the time. And sometimes it takes guys a number of times before they learn this. Yeah, so don't let a girl dictate the terms of where you're going, oh, that's too inconvenient for me, let's do it this way. Yeah, red flag, time waster. Screen these girls out so you never have to actually be on a date with them. All right, last ones. These are the girls I call we'll see what happens girls. These are the girls that are very, have very relaxed expectations. They kind of go with the flow. They're maybe not expecting, to get laid, but hey, if the right guy comes along and he makes the right moves, yeah, good things will happen and she'll get laid. And she just kind of goes with the flow. We'll see what happens. And yeah, often they'll, even wax their vag beforehand, in case something happens, right? We'll see what happens. That's their, expectations. So if you do things well, yeah, you can expect to get laid and it'll be great. But there's going to be some nuance to it, right? You'll notice these girls when you invite them back to your place, because when you invite a girl back to your place, it's going to reveal all. It's going to reveal her like sexual history, you know, how comfortable she is in a guy that she barely knows inside of his house. Okay? So these girls, they're often very comfortable being in your house, you know? They'll be plopping down, sitting on your bed, lying down on your bed, no qualms about it. No, they're not tense. They're not like worried about that you're going to jump them or anything like that. No, they're very relaxed. No, they're chill. And what you'll notice is like once you start escalating things, you know, you start moving things forward, arousing them, these girls will be very good at shutting shit down. You know, shutting the whole arousal process down. They'll be like, oh, like, I don't know, this is really too early for me. You know, like, I don't feel comfortable. And these are often the girls that are worried, you know, they want to have sex. They're comfortable having sex with you on the first date, but they're worried about you thinking bad about them, you know, thinking that they're not relationship quality if they sleep with you on the first date. So they have to put up this front that like, you know, like, I really don't want to, like, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Like, I never do this. These are the girls, whenever you get that sense, they say those words that like I don't feel comfortable, like, but their whole body language is totally relaxed and they seem to really love you, like touching them, you know, between their legs and everything like that. These girls need your assurance. They need your assurance that you are not going to judge them because they have sex on the first date, which is what a lot of guys do. Most guys are completely stupid and really think that a girl isn't relationship quality because she sleeps with you on the first date. So put that whole thought out of her mind. Be like, look, tell the truth, because, you know, do not say this to girls that you only want to pump and dump. So if the girl you wanted, like, you actually want to see this girl again, you know, you find her very attractive, she's super cool, you flat out tell her, look, like, I don't feel bad about, like, you know, I want to make sure that you're down, you know, you really want to have sex, because like otherwise it's totally going to suck, right? So I don't care if you want to like sit back and relax, no biggie, but just understand that I don't feel bad. I don't think you're bad quality because you have sex on the first date or something stupid like that. Because I have sex on the first date all the time. And it doesn't, you know, I just want us to be on the same page, right? I want to see you again, regardless of whether we have sex tonight or not. And yes, usually that is enough for her to like let the guard down and be like, okay, like, I can finally be legit now. I don't have to pretend to be like a princess that doesn't like to sleep with men, okay? So, these are the girls that we'll see what happens. If the guy understands and doesn't judge her, you know, she will go all the way and you both get what you want. You know, you're both super attracted to each other and you both want to like start a relationship. So, yes, you tell her exactly like, you know, I want to see you whether we have sex or not, right? It's not a big deal to me. And yes, that is what will take for you to win these we'll see what happens girls. Non-judgmental. Yeah, you have to be one of those guys that's like, doesn't matter to me whether we have sex or not. Like I don't feel looked down on you for that. I don't judge women for that. That's so dumb. All right, so those are the 4 types of women that you will encounter on your first dates. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.